on the go.
The 911 calls. 92 degrees and mostly sunny downtown. A high of 94 today. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:02. The calls for help from the Greenwood Park Mall.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Where are you, ma'am?
I'm at the movie theater.
911 audio released Wednesday. There were so many calls, the lines in Johnson County were overwhelmed.
Reach Bartholomew County because Johnson County is being overloaded with 911 calls, okay? But we have everybody on the way to you, okay? So just take a deep breath.
The shooter was stopped just 15 seconds after the shooting began. The Johnson County coroner says Elijah Dickens shot him 8 times. 4 people, including the shooter, died. The death of an Indianapolis man who died in police custody in April has been ruled a homicide by the Marion County Coroner's Office. The report says Herman Whitfield III died from cardiopulmonary arrest after he was tased by police. In June, Whitfield's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city of Indianapolis and 6 IMPD officers. Joe Bickle, the deputy chief at the Carmel Police Department, has been suspended for inappropriate behavior. An investigation of the department says Bickle groped a female coworker, tried to kiss another, and kissed a third on the hand and neck. Carmel Police Chief Jeff Horner wants him fired. That's up to the Carmel Police Merit Board. You've been promised $225 of your money back from the state, and at this moment, Senate Republicans are also talking about new limits on abortion coming up in a special session of the General Assembly.
That special session starts next week, and right now Senate Republicans are talking about what you can expect, and you can expect very likely a new law limiting abortion in Indiana. Exactly how that will be limited and to what extent, not clear yet. But Republicans, who are essentially in control of this special session, say you can expect it to last multiple weeks. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:04.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
With traffic on the 5s, here's Matt Baer.
All right, Harrison, eastbound 465 slows up after Keystone Avenue over to Allisonville Road. Inbound 69 the same, 96 on in, and inbound 65 tightens up at west to the north split. Traffic sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance, where you only pay for what you need. Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Hot day today. Highs mid-90s with feel-like temps in the lower 100s. Could see a scattered shower or thunderstorm develop later on this afternoon. Tonight lows bottom out in the lower 70s. I'm Wish TV Storm Track 8's Stephanie Mead for 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
On 93 WIBC.
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here. The Marion County Coroner's Office ruled the death of Herman Whitfield a homicide. We'll drill down into exactly what the word homicide means in terms as it relates to the IMPD. He died in IMPD custody in April during a mental health breakdown at his parents' house. He had to be restrained, was tased by the MPD, eventually dying as a result of the taser, as well as some other things.
So he was pretty out of control, if you remember what happened here. It was on April 25th, and he was just kind of losing it. was very over the top to the point where police had to intervene and become physical with him. They tased him multiple times. They had to use some force on him, and ultimately he passed away. Well, now the coroner has released their report on exactly what happened, and the official cause of death for Herman Whitfield III was cardiopulmonary arrest in the setting of law enforcement. Now, what this really means was that they found blunt force injuries to Whitfield's head, neck, torso, right arm, wrist, left ankle, and they also located the barbs where the taser went in the left side of Whitfield's abdomen. Body camera footage provided by the IMPD shows that Whitfield being hit at least twice with a taser, having this mental health crisis in the dining room of its parents' home. And you said it earlier, Nige, cause of death is homicide. Now, when most people hear that, the first thing they think of, it's a grisly murder. That's not necessarily the case.
It doesn't mean the actions of IMPD were indeed criminal.
Right. The Greenwood Park Mall shooter died of a homicide. It does not mean that it wasn't justified. So cause of death being homicide doesn't necessarily mean that there was any sort of negative action done by the police.
It's like, what are you supposed to do if you're the police and you show up to this house? This dude is having a mental breakdown of some sort, and it gets physical, and he has to be restrained, and nothing's working. You certainly don't want to pull out any sort of firearm, so you try to subdue the subject with a taser, and that's what they did. By the way, I think it's worth noting he did have marijuana in his system as well. And by the way, I don't know as it relates to this story, I'm just saying that marijuana doesn't always have a calming effect on an individual. Marijuana, certain types, certain strains have been known to cause psychosis and erratic behavior. Again, I'm not saying that's what happened in this case, but that's just something to pay attention to when talking about this story.
The autopsy from the coroner also states that morbid obesity, hypertensive cardiovascular disease were contributing conditions to what happened to this individual. So that's the latest from that. Now, the FOP has released a statement, the Fraternal Order of Police. I'm going to read this for you real quick. Quote, "First and foremost, the outcome of this incident is a tragedy for all involved, and we extend condolences to the family of Mr. Whitfield." It goes on to say, "Meanwhile, it is important to remember a determination of homicide does not mean the actions of the officers were criminal in nature." Now, there's a lot more to that statement from the FOP. Yeah. You can look it up and read it for yourself. But basically, it's kind of what we just stated, Nige. Just because you see cause of death as homicide does not mean that anybody did anything wrong or it wasn't justified.
And again, is this one of those situations where progressives want a social worker to show up to a residence when somebody's having a mental breakdown? Because it sounds like it got very physical. And I don't know that a social worker, maybe it could have helped. Maybe it could have done something to change this man's behavior. But, according to the body cam footage, it got physical and he did need to be restrained.
We've also got some drama in Carmel. Carmel Police Deputy Chief removed in the wake of complaints of inappropriate behavior. This is from an external investigation done by the Carmel Police. The chief there, Jeff Horner, has removed Joe Bickle from his position as deputy chief and has recommended to the Carmel Police Merit Board that Bickle be dismissed from the police department because of inappropriate behavior.
I hear inappropriate behavior. That runs the gamut to me. So when you read the details of what happened, it wasn't like this guy was passing gas in front of other coworkers in the break room.
He wasn't pulling an Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what you're telling me.
Right. He wasn't telling dirty jokes. I mean, there was some. Okay, yeah, the details suggest that it was inappropriate, to say the least, if not criminal.
The allegations included in this claim are that Bickle groped the breast of a female employee, attempted to forcibly kiss a different female employee, and kissed the hand and neck of another female employee at a work-related event.
I mean, the groping alone, that'll get you thrown in jail, won't it?
It went on to claim that Bickle attempted to use his position of authority within the police department to influence a Carmel Police Department employee to violate a departmental standard operating procedure for the benefit of one of his family members.
Ooh.
So there's a lot there. Again, everybody is innocent until proven guilty, but boy, they laid out some pretty salacious charges right there in that statement that the Carmel authorities have released. Nigel, we're now hearing from the family of two of the victims of the Greenwood Park Mall shooting, the husband and wife, the Pineda family. The daughter of Pedro and Rosa Pineda spoke to Wish TV's Camila Fernandez. Now, they did not speak English. You're going to hear Camila act as the translator here.
Muchos dicen hasta que la muerte los separe. A ellos no los separó.
Many say, until death do them part. It didn't separate them. They came to the United States together and left together.
Wow.
And last night, a family friend of the Pineda sent me a direct message, and it was somebody that knew them, somebody that had worked with them. Because I guess this couple, they did like countertops. That was their line of work. They worked on countertops, did a great job. You know, they were trying to live the American dream. You know, they finally got to the United States. They're making decent money. They're making a good living. And this happens. And they asked if I would share their GoFundMe last night. Now, a lot of these GoFundMes, you have to be very careful about. Because you never know if somebody's trying to pull a scam. But I do trust this person. It's somebody that I know, somebody that knows the family. So I posted on our Twitter and our Facebook. I did it last night, so you might have to scroll down a little bit on Twitter. The official GoFundMe for this family.
Oh, my gosh.
They're not asking for a lot. They just need help in the burial and funeral costs.
This is amazing, and this is how Hoosiers come together. I'm looking at the GoFundMe that you linked through our Facebook page. They had a goal of $20,000. It's already up to $17,595. Unbelievable. I mean, I do believe it, but that is just, I mean, if there's any sort of ray of hope here, it's that people coming together and helping this family with the costs of the funeral. I mean, they're a few thousand short of their goal already.
And there was another victim in that shooting.
Yes.
If we find an official, like a verified GoFundMe for that individual, we'll be more than happy to share that as well. But when you hear that family, the tears coming out, like it really starts to hit home that, yes, we've been spending a lot of time on the hero. We've been spending a lot of our airtime praising Eli Dicken for eliminating the gunman. But let's not forget, there are multiple people grieving, multiple people lost loved ones in this awful situation in Greenwood. And as Hoosiers, if we can help in any possible way, we will absolutely do that. All right, Matt Bear standing by in the WIBC Traffic Center.
Inbound 65 slows up 21st Street down to the north split, and on the south side, eastbound 465 slow 31 over to Emerson Avenue. East side southbound 465 slow Washington. Traffic sponsored by Dell Technologies. Dell's Black Friday in July sale is here with up to $500 off select computers with Intel Core processors. Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
92 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. We are on YouTube. We are streaming our program. Chris Hammer, come here. My son, Christopher Hammer, is here in studio, kind of doing a little bit of job shadow stuff today.
What did Casey say earlier? It's bring your dad to work day.
Designated driver, come with your old man day today.
You can start drinking right now on the job, and Christopher will drive you home.
Dude, that's the best thing about having a teenage driver in the house. Like, I can get plastered, and he has to drive me around, and he can't say a damn thing about it.
You know, Chris, I have a kid in our neighborhood that's your age that's either going to be a junior or a senior, and we've paid him a lot of money to drive us around locally to the village, pick us up from a restaurant, stuff like that. That could be it's a sweet little gig, Christopher.
Yeah. And when was the last time that you had to drive your old man home? Was it Carb Day, I think?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Get in the microphone there, kid. It's not going to scare you. All right, coming up next. I'm so excited for this. We had a chance to have a conversation with a young man. He's 5 years old. He's the youngest guest that's ever been on this program. He is a finalist in the National Mullet Contest.
Nice.
His name is Jackson. He's from Morristown, Indiana. We've got that for you next.
You know Warren Buffett's number one rule of investing, don't lose money. Buffett's second rule, go back and see Rule 1. Dan Dockage here for Crown Haven Advisors, the certified retirement income professionals at Crown Haven focus on this same wise advice. Don't lose money. If you're like most people with a retirement account already seeing negative returns, don't lose money will be difficult. However, Crown Haven clients will not have a negative year with their custom Retire Shield financial plan. Retire Shield accounts come with upfront bonuses of up to 10% or more, which will never show any market losses no matter how far the market falls. Plus, provide you planned income as long as you're alive. To learn more, visit crownhaven.com or Google Crown Haven Advisors Indiana for a relationship visit and your own free Retire Shield. I'm telling you, Crown Haven is working for me. They can work for you. Give them a call today at 765-522-7233. Tell them Dan sent you to Crown Haven Wealth Advisors.
Feeling the pinch of higher prices?
Golden Oak Lending can save you money with their low fixed rates.
James Hawkins here, president of Golden Oak. You can offset today's high prices by using the low interest equity in your home to pay off credit cards, make home improvements, or simply put cold hard cash back in your pocket.
Start saving money and skip 2 mortgage payments. Call 317-706-GOLD today.
Golden Oak Lending, cured my blues.
NMLS 114937.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and stop smoking now without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. Only $49.99 guaranteed. Also, let Mark Patrick Hypnosis destroy unwanted food cravings and lose the weight. Seminars Thursday, July 28th at the Hampton Inn and Suites in Fishers. Weight loss seminar 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 to 10 p.m. And Saturday, July 30th at the La Quinta Inn and Suites South in Indianapolis. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 to 4 p.m. Registration begins 30 minutes before seminar.
This is Ryan again, owner of Plumbing Heating Paramedics, your trained comfort specialist. Buying a new furnace or AC unit is a big decision. That's why we recommend getting 3 quotes. Just make sure we are one of them. We offer our PHP guarantee, which means if I can't beat a competitor's price by 10%, then I will give you $100. Dad always said, do quality work and serve every customer better than your competition. So let our family serve you. Visit saving10%.com and remember, it's hard to stop a train.
Smart homeowners know that proper maintenance of their home's AC can save a bundle in the long run. Trust our comfort specialists at 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning to keep your AC running strong. A proactive tune-up can actually help your AC run more efficiently and save you money on your electric bill. Call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourair.com. We won't leave you waiting. Sing it with me.
Always on time or you don't pay a dime. Always on time or you don't pay a dime.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Hammer and Nigel here, inviting you to join us as we kick off the weekend every Friday around 5:45 with Beer Sample Friday, brought to you by our friends at Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus.
When the weather turns severe, turn to the WIBC Storm Desk. Presented by Technology Recyclers. Recycle your e-waste. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
I think it's awesome.
The Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
You rock.
Don't tell my heart, my achy breaking heart.
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here with a special in-studio guest, a couple of them, actually.
Man, this is a room of good-looking dudes right here. So Drew is here and Jackson is here. Jackson, my man, is a finalist for the National Mullet Championship.
Yes. All right.
Jackson, how old are you, buddy?
5.
You're 5 years old, and you are rocking just an amazing mullet. The American flag t-shirt, sleeveless, everything just works, my friend. You're looking good.
Thanks.
So, Dad, how did we get to this point to where he is a finalist for the National Mullet Championship?
What is the National Mullet Championship? Where does it take place?
Well, we found it on Facebook, and we found where there's a children can enter different age groups. He's in the 5 through 8 category, and they had something over 700 entries, and they had to bring it down to like 150 before they do the first elimination here to the top 30. And he's 20th now.
So, Jackson, where are you guys from? What city in Indy do you guys live in?
Where's that?
Morristown?
Morristown. Okay, Yellow Jacket country. Okay.
Where do you go to school?
Morristown Elementary.
There you go.
All right.
What do the kids think about your hairstyle? What do your buddies say?
Good.
They like it?
Dude, I mean, describe Hammer for me. I mean, when you guys walked into the studio, I was like, all right, this kid's he's got this locked in. He's got the mullet championship. He's walking away with the trophy or whatever the prize is.
Again,
look at it.
It's perfect. It's streamlined on the sides. It's really short. It's really tight. And then in the back, it like curls up and goes down. So
it's got the natural curl.
Right.
And he's got the lines going up side of the head, too.
Those aren't lines. That's the American flag.
That's the American flag.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, so he's got the American flag shaved into the side of his head, and then he's got the mullet. That's amazing.
It's like if Billy Ray Cyrus and Razor Ramon had a kid. That's what I'm looking at right now. Oh, man, this is beautiful. So how can we help with this? Because this is a kid that has the best mullet in America. The American flag is shaved into his head. He's got an American flag shirt on now with no sleeves. How can we help this kid win?
It'd be great if we get a link through his picture, because if you click on his picture and push a like, it helps him, and that's how they do the first round of judging, and then moves on, and it ends tonight at midnight.
Okay, we're going to put this up on the Hammer and Nigel social media, our Twitter and our Facebook. So make sure you give us the exact link where we need to go to.
Okay.
Because I saw the link, and there's a lot of kids on there.
Yeah.
And some of these mullets are really good. There are different types of mullets.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you've got like classic Billy Ray Cyrus, the old Kentucky waterfall. How did you decide to go with this specific do that he's rocking right now?
Well, we went with the El Camino headrest because there's nothing more American than that.
Right.
And it fits him.
So that's the style. That's what, an El Camino headrest? Is that what you said?
Oh, yes.
I love it. I like who. By the way, who did the style? Would you give a shout out to the salon or the barber?
Corey out of New Pal Barbershop did his hair for us, and does a great job every time.
So if you go see Corey at the New Pal Barbershop and you say, I want the Jackson, he'll know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, and he's going to roll his eyes because Jackson's a handful anyways.
Do you know some of the other names of the styles of mullets? Can you, off the top of your head, like Wisconsin waterfall?
Oh, yeah, you got the Kentucky waterfall, the Billy Ray Cyrus.
Mississippi mudflap.
Oh, and Mississippi mudflap, of course.
With his being curly, it's almost like it's European, which would make it a moulet.
Yeah, after he gets out of the shower, it's down to about halfway down his back.
Here's
the thing. Right up.
Here's the thing. I think the mullets are really. I think they've been making a comeback, and especially with the winner of the latest of the British Open has a major mullet. I mean, he's there. He's at St. Andrews, a very stately Scottish course, very people in suits, and you get this guy with the stash and a big mullet that just won one of the biggest golf tournaments in the world. I think they're making a comeback, Drew.
It hasn't been so great since '95.
What's at stake here?
If he actually wins, he can get up to $2,500.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, man.
Jackson, what would you do with $2,500? Like, what would you spend your money on if you were the winner of that money?
Buy something.
Good answer.
Maybe a new bike?
He's got a career in politics. You can answer the question without giving us an answer. That's perfect, my man. That's right on cue. That's perfect.
What's some of your favorite toys? Or what's some of your favorite video games? What do you do? What do you like?
Shooting games.
Yeah?
Okay. Do you like racing and driving games?
Yeah, my son likes the first, like, Fortnite and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Tell him about your favorite driving game you do. Are you racing your go-kart in the Grand Prix?
Yeah.
Wait, a real go-kart?
Yeah, he races.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Jackson, you get in a real go-kart and go around the track and race other kids?
That's awesome.
I haven't went yet.
Yeah, that's okay. We just started. It's our first year.
Jackson, remember, Rubbin's race it. If you have to crash somebody out to win, you do what you have to do, Jackson. Do you understand me?
Then I'm going to need the 2,500 because I already put a lot in everything he's broke already.
So this is just simple. This is as simple as finding the correct Facebook link. It's all done through Facebook, and you guys don't really have to travel anywhere or anything like that, do you?
No, this is all online.
Okay, so we will provide the link, correct, Hammer?
Yes.
And then all you have to do is find Jackson and hit like. Is it just one kid per state or per city, or do you know how that works?
Everyone submitted. We all paid, I think, $5-10, I forget. But and then they selected. There was like 700 kids, and they had to whittle it down to like 150 something to do the first round.
Oh wow! So you've made it all the way this far.
Yeah.
We got to get to the finish line, man. We got to get you to win. So what would you like to tell everybody that's listening to our radio show right now, Jackson? Do you want to tell them to come vote for you?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Vote for me. Vote for Jackson for best mullet.
Vote for Jackson.
Right on. Hey, what's your favorite music? Do you listen to music? Is there any song or TV shows that you like, Jackson?
Yeah.
What do you listen to? What do you like?
The House is on Fire.
House is on Fire.
Who sings that? I know there's an AC/DC song.
Jackson.
I love the dad's like, oh, Jackson. What's your favorite cartoon?
Pokemon.
Oh, you like Pokemon? Okay.
Sure.
I know, actually, Sonic.
Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We took our kids to go see Sonic the other day in the movie theater.
Well, Jackson, best of luck to you, my friend. We're going to see if we can get you some more votes. We'll try to get that proper link up on the Hammer and Nigel Show Facebook, okay? Good luck, buddy.
Hey, would you mind taking some pictures with us? I want to get my picture taken next to the future winner of the Mullet Championship. Is that okay, Jackson?
Yeah.
All right. We'll get a picture up.
All right. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
How much money have you lost in the stock market? You know, there's a way you could stop the bleeding and potentially make up for some of those devastating losses. It's Terry Stacy. Learn how you could get a competitive return on your money right now and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% initial bonus on your investment. That's right. And you'll sleep well knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies in the world. To learn more, call Bill Demery, my retirement guy, at 317-349-5212. Get a competitive return on your investment that beats the bank and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% bonus on your investment. To learn more, call Bill Demery at 317-349-5212. That's 317-349-5212.
Guys, a lot of people talking about low T, but you got to do your homework and be sure to go somewhere that you can trust. So we recommend the Low T Center. They exclusively specialize in men's wellness, and they check all your levels. And I'm not just talking about testosterone. They determine the cause of any symptoms you're having, whether you might be a candidate for low T or something else like low thyroid or even sleep apnea. And typically the health assessments are completely covered by health insurance, and it's thorough, and they exclusively specialize in men's health at Low T Center.
The Low T Center has affordable and convenient options for treatment, including monitored self-inject treatments that ship right to your home. Guys, you have to make your health a priority and schedule that annual health assessment at the Low T Center today. It's covered by most health insurance or less than $100 cash pay. Go to lowtcenter.com, lowtcenter.com. Book that appointment. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hi, it's Bob from Royal Spa. Soaking in a hot tub full of Epsom salts is the absolute best way to minimize everyday aches and pains. And we know all about Epsom salts at Royal Spa. Royal Spa hot tubs are the only hot tubs on the market that can safely and effectively use Epsom salts. Made right here in Indiana, Royal Spa hot tubs are the highest quality hot tubs on the market. Visit any one of our 3 Indianapolis locations or visit royalspa.com.
Ah, Royal Spa.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Abortion restrictions could be coming to Indiana. 93 degrees and partly cloudy on Monument Circle. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 3:32. Abortion would be banned except in the cases of incest, rape, or if the mother's life would be in danger, in a bill to be debated in next week's special session of the Indiana General Assembly.
This bill does not affect access to the morning after pill, also known as Plan B, or any other method of birth control.
State Senator Sue Glick, a Republican, says the bill does not criminalize women who seek an abortion, nor would it add any penalties for doctors who perform illegal abortions other than the likelihood of losing their license. The 911 operators were doing their best to keep people calm and safe at the Greenwood Park Mall, even as they got an overwhelming number of calls.
Are you in a safe place? Can you hide in a closet or something like that?
We're in a store that shuts the gate.
Okay. Have you seen the shooter?
No, we were around the corner from the food court, and it was happening in the food court.
The 911 audio was released by police Wednesday. Following a Senate Judiciary Committee held today, Illinois Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth called for a ban on assault weapons.
I don't want children being orphaned. I don't want people being killed protecting their kids. I don't want Americans to be dying on the streets of this great nation on the 4th of July when we are celebrating life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Talking about the mass shooting in Highland Park, Illinois, that happened on Independence Day. It's hot today and will be for the rest of the week.
It's certainly the hottest day so far, although it's going to be a hot week overall. High temperatures today will be 90 to 95 across central Indiana, and more so because of the oppressive humidity that will be coming into the area. Later today, we have a heat advisory out.
Alex McGinnis with the National Weather Service. A new series will premiere next month.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
The show, called Mike, follows Mike Tyson's life from when he was just a kid to becoming the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. It'll be available to be streamed on Hulu starting August 25th. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 3:34.
Hi guys, it's Andrew. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, today, Wednesday, July 20th, we're running an unprecedented one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Pine Grove Medical Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. My favorite part is that we can get rid of your erectile dysfunction without any pills or side effects. If you're ready to transform your love life, grab your phone. Today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. You'll also get a gift that can produce powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that. And today only, we're offering 5 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is our most lucrative offer ever, worth $1,000, but call today, Wednesday, and get it totally free. 317-552-1111. That's 317-552-1111. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and change your relationship. Call Pine Grove Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 317-552-1111.
With traffic on the 5s, Matt Bear.
All right, Harrison, we are looking at eastbound 465, stop and go, Keystone Avenue over to Allisonville Road. Crash, bad one, Fall Creek Parkway at Evanston. The outbound lanes are backed up from Evanston down to 38th Street. It's a tough deal there. Then looking at eastbound 465 south side, slows at Harding. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Everyone knows that soaking in Epsom salts can make you feel better. Now imagine soaking in Epsom salts in a Royal Spa hot tub. RoyalSpa.com. Royal Spa. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Warm and muggy tonight with a chance for a stray shower or storm off to our east. Temperatures fall to the 70s tonight with lower humidity. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will warm to the upper 80s and low 90s for your Thursday afternoon. I'm Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Ashley Brown on 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox, on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
You're listening to the Hammer and Nigel Show on 93 WIBC.
Hammer's over there. I'm Nigel. Just a quick update here from WIBC.com in the newsroom. GOP Senate saying today that an abortion bill is being considered to limit abortion to being allowed only in the case of rape and incest, and if the life of the mother is going to be in danger. This bill is not going to add any penalties for doctors who perform abortions, and it would still be the possible, although the penalty would still be the possible loss of their medical license. I don't see anything in here about charging the mother or anything like that. And it still could be amended over the course of the session. This is the Senate's version. We don't know once it moves to the House side. I don't think House leadership, to my knowledge, has shared what they want to see. So I don't think this is the end of it. The special session starts July 25th.
A lot could change between now and then, but this is at least the first piece of information that we've got out there in regards to what Indiana could do with abortion. We will certainly keep our eye on that. Dateline Portland. You're a big Portland guy, aren't you, Nigel?
Oh, yeah. I love the open-air legal drug use policy they have in Portland. Oh, here, you're doing heroin. Oh, here, you're overdosing on Oxy. Here's a little citation. Call this number and go to rehab. Otherwise, have a nice day.
Fun fact, when you check into a hotel in Portland, they give you a ticket for one free night of rioting. That's actually, I believe the Drury Inns are doing that in Portland now. Dateline Portland, the city of Portland is promoting a summer camp for Antifa for 10-year-olds.
What?
An
Come
Antifa
on.
summer camp for 10-year-olds, a group called Budding Roses, which was founded as a project of the Black Rose Anarchist Foundation, will hold a free 2-week summer camp open later this month for students in 4th through 8th grades.
Here, kids, here's how to make a Molotov cocktail.
Can you say Molotov?
Here's how you build a 2-block Chaz, your own autonomous zone.
You can call it what you want. Quote, we believe that empowering youth to become critically engaged with social justice issues lays the groundwork for transformational social change tomorrow and today. That's according to the website from Budding Roses.
Here's how you take over a police precinct. Here's how you stop people in their cars. You pull them out of their car and beat the crap out of them during a protest.
And if you don't like the way something was ruled, you have to start a fire. It's important. If you're not starting a fire, you're not doing it right. The camp's website adds that the camp was inspired by global examples of mutual aid and popular education projects such as the Black Panthers Free Breakfast Program and Paulo Freire's Pedagogy of the Oppressed.
Well, I don't know what you just said there, but this is really just, you got to get them while they're young. That's the policy. That's every radical policy. Every progressive radical out there is that's what they're trying to do in schools right now. I'm not saying it's as extreme as Antifa, but the ideology of that party, you got to get them while they're young.
Can I read you what you get once you sign your child up for this camp?
Do you get an Antifa swag bag?
You get resources. Among those resources listed on the Budding Roses Antifa camp website, a protest and chant book, a tear gas for Portlanders guide, a guided walking tour of radical Portland, and other activist-related materials.
You get a gas mask for when the police officers shoot the tear gas at you.
So, Timmy, you're going to be in 4th grade this year. Put on this gas mask. Come on, let's go to radical Portland. Let's hang out for a little bit. Who's sending their kids to this?
Degenerates. People that probably should have Child Protective Services called on them. Lunatics.
Some of the reading that will be taking place in the Portland Antifa summer camp, quote, police abolition activities, white supremacy reflection activities, all part of the learning experience.
Here's how you do graffiti on monuments. ACAB, little Johnny. Spell that out.
Who knows what that stands for? All cops are...
Raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Jimmy, you know what it means. Good Lord. 4th through 8th graders.
Yeah. No thanks.
In other anarchy news, a liberal activist group called Shut Down DC.
Oh, yeah.
They're promising massive protests at the congressional baseball game shortly after putting bounties out there, money bounties for the location of conservative Supreme Court justices.
Yeah, that happened with Kavanaugh while you were on vacation. It was at Morton's Steakhouse in D.C. Had to leave because somebody sold him out to this website. You get $50 if you can name where the Supreme Court justice is out in public at the time, and they'll Venmo you like another $150 or $200 if they're still there 30 minutes later when you can get there and harass them. Nobody condemned this, by the way, when that happened with Kavanaugh. Democrat radical progressives are glad that it's happened. There's no Democrat that I could think of that even condemned the assassination attempt of Kavanaugh at his house when they arrested the guy with the guns and the plastic binders.
It's been over 40 days since that happened. Joe Biden has not said a word about it.
Not a word.
Not a single word. Now, I'm so confused here, Nige, because I was told it was the peaceful and tolerant left. You're telling me that the peaceful and tolerant left would have an Antifa summer camp and an activist group having a bounty out there for Supreme Court justices, and they're threatening more violence at the congressional baseball game?
An AOC last week was crying because some comedian on social media was videotaping himself trolling AOC as she was walking up the steps of the Capitol. And she tweeted out, well, if nobody's going to protect us, then I'm just going to have to do it myself. But she's on record as saying, well, the point of protests are to make people uncomfortable. And she bragged that she voted against a bill that would have further protected the Supreme Court justices. But when the same thing happens to her, it's a little bit of a different story.
One of my favorite things that I've seen on social media today is a picture of AOC and Ilhan Omar side by side at that fake arresting stunt that they did yesterday.
Was that a Roe v. Wade rally or something? Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they did get arrested.
But they were acting like they were being dragged out of there in handcuffs, which totally was not the case. There are pictures that indicate that she was not handcuffed.
The cop was gently leading her away from the protest. He had his hand on her arm, but she had her wrists tied behind her back, but they weren't tied. And in fact, she would gave the power to the people sign, and then she went back to acting like the fake handcuffs were on.
Right.
It was so stupid.
See, to you, it was a power to the people sign. To me, she looked like Bender walking off in the Breakfast Club. That fist in the air.
Don't you forget about me.
There was a picture of those two side by side.
I haven't seen that one yet.
And it was just hashtag the Smollett sisters. So good.
Omar and AOC, the Smollett sisters.
Right. The only thing missing from their story was that somebody came out and said, this is MAGA country.
Oh, man.
Shall we give away some concert tickets?
Oh, yeah. Zach Brown?
Yes. We've got tickets for the Zach Brown Band, and we're going to do the same contest that we did yesterday. I thought that worked pretty well. It's Cleveland Brown or Zach Brown Band. So tell us if you are a fan of the Zach Brown Band. You got to be caller number 9-239-9393. If you can tell us the names that we're going to give you, if they are members of the Zach Brown Band or Cleveland Browns, if you can tell the difference, we'll give you the tickets. Caller number 9 right now, 239-9393. Zach Brown or Cleveland Brown. That's next.
Do you get sinus infections? Congestion, sinus pressure and pain, above your eyes, below your eyes, sinus headaches? You've gone to the doctor, you've visited urgent care over and over again, and it's always the same thing. Oh, I know. Let's try antibiotics and nasal sprays. But the sinus infections keep coming back. The good news? Relief is possible. How? A minimally invasive procedure done in the office of Indianapolis Sinus Center, called balloon sinuplasty. Imagine the relief of not having to deal with your sinus infections anymore. Set an appointment today with Indianapolis Sinus Center and find out if balloon sinuplasty is the solution for you. Call 317-528-9650. 317-528-9650. That's 317-528-9650. 9650.
Tons of reasons why you'd want to sell your home. The market is still hot right now. You want to get top dollar. Maybe you inherited a house from a loved one. Maybe you have a rental property you want to unload. Mark Dietl is the only one I'd trust to sell my house. How about Adam and Karen in Indianapolis? They had a growing family, needed more space, like a lot of people do. They needed a bigger place, but had to sell their own home for top dollar to afford it. Mark Dietl was the right guy. He got multiple offers in days and it sold for $17,000 over asking.
Call the only agent that we recommend and trust here on the Hammer and Nigel show, Mark Dietl. Mark Dietl gives you the guarantee. He guarantees multiple offers in 3 days at full market value, or he will list it for free. Call Mark Dietl right now, 317-755-4232. That's 755-4232, or go to markdietl.com. That's Mark, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietl.com. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Why? Just think about it. Why is the #1 selling brand of chainsaws not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot? We can give you over 10,000 reasons. That's how many authorized local steel dealers you can find across the country. Visit one and you'll find a range of dependable gas and battery-powered tools, from trimmers to blowers. And you'll find service from experienced professionals. Real STIHL. Find yours at stihlusa.com. Lowe's and Home Depot are trademarks of their respective companies.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Just 3 words. Made in America. Real STIHL. Find yours at stihlusa.com. The majority of steel products sold in America are made in America of U.S. and foreign materials. Batteries and chargers are sourced internationally.
August 11, returning to Carmel for one night only at the Palladium, the Glenn Miller Orchestra. Tickets on sale now at the Center's box office or online at thecenterpresents.org.
For a smarter conversation about money, Everyday Wealth with Soledad O'Brien and Gene Chatsky. Presented by Edelman Financial Engines. For airtimes, visit everydaywealth.com.
Matt Bear, what's the latest?
We are looking at Fall Creek at Evanston. The outbound traffic is bad right now because of a crash. We're backed up from Evanston to 38th Street because of this crash. Also, wreck English Avenue at Trowbridge Street, and then eastbound 465 stop and go Keystone to 69. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Everyone knows that soaking in Epsom salts can make you feel better. Now imagine soaking in Epsom salts in a Royal Spa hot tub. RoyalSpa.com. Royal Spa. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
We are streaming on YouTube. We are broadcasting live on 93 WIBC. It's 92 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Let's give away some tickets.
'Cause I know I got some good friends that live down.
2 tickets to the Zach Brown Band a week from tomorrow. Up at Ruoff.
Love
up in
that
Noblesville.
band. I discovered the band. That's my band.
You're one of those guys that will always tell the story. I saw the band before they were famous.
I saw the band before. I saw them with 10 people at South by Southwest Music Fest in Austin, 2008. 10 people at Club DeVille.
It was you and then 9 members of the Zach Brown Band all
exactly
hanging out together drinking beer.
They were singing to me directly, and they blew me away. They were awesome.
It was Nigel's idea to tell them, hey, I had my toes in the water once.
I wrote the song for him, actually.
So let's go to Scott, who's standing by. Scott was caller number 9. Hi, Scott. How are you?
Just fine.
Scott, you a Zach Brown fan?
Yes.
Good. So we're going to play a little game here. We try to make these games as easy as possible. It's called Zach Brown or Cleveland Brown. We're going to give you the name of somebody. It will either be a member of the Zach Brown band or somebody at one point who has played football for the Cleveland Browns. You get 3 out of 5 correct, we're going to give you the tickets, okay?
All right.
Here we go. Number 1, Johnny Manziel. Zach Brown or Cleveland Brown?
Cleveland.
Cleveland Brown, correct. All right, 1 down. We got to get 2 more. Number 2,
All right.
Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson. Zach Brown or Cleveland Brown?
That's a tough one. Cleveland.
Cleveland Brown, that's correct. 1 more. This is for the tickets.
All right.
Coy Bowles. Coy Bowles. Zach Brown or Cleveland Brown?
I'm going to go on a limb and say Zach Brown.
Yes, sir! Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you run the table right there, Scott.
Coy is an unbelievable slide guitar player. He plays piano and organ as well. That guy's good.
And Johnny Manziel was an amazing drinker. Boy, he could put down some booze like nobody's business.
Hey, me and him got something in common, then.
Scott, stay on the line. TK Dub's going to take care of you. Have fun at the show, okay?
All right, thanks.
You got it, man. We'll have a couple more tickets to give away Thursday and Friday, so you can enjoy that concert next week up at Ruoff, the artist formerly known as Deer Creek. Big holiday today, Nigel. You excited?
What is it? Is it National Tequila Day? No, that's Sunday. We just had...
Well, there's a lot of things today. Today's the anniversary of when the United States landed on the moon, but it's also National Hot Dog Day.
Oh, yes. Hot Dog Day. That's what I was thinking of.
Best hot dog in Indy. Go.
I would say I don't even know I don't even know who would go to Hooters to get a hot dog, but they have unbelievable hot dogs. I had them. They just asked to split it down the middle, to grill it, and also to toast the bun. Delicious, some cheese and stuff on top of it. Killer.
Hooters hot dog.
Yeah, I know. It's you do normally for wings and chicken, things like that. I get it, but and I'm not a big fan. Like everybody would probably say Portillo's. Although, like Chicago style, like when you go to Chicago and you order a hot dog, everybody there gets all offended because you ask for ketchup.
Right. They judge the bejesus out of you.
So those are probably, I had a good Costco hot dog. We had this story last week about how Costco hot dogs, the price of a hot dog and soda there has been $1.50 since the mid-'80s. It's almost like a loss leader. So even with all this inflation over all these decades, you can get a hot dog and a Coke for $1.50 at Costco. They don't mess around with those hot dogs. It's big, meaty dogs, too.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you put a unique condiment on your hot dogs.
I don't think this is that unusual. Before I put the hot dog in the bun, I will spread some mayonnaise on the bun. Along with some mustard and ketchup.
Mayonnaise on your hot dog.
3 traditional. Mayonnaise, is that a no-go for you?
No, that's a no-go for me. I like mayonnaise, but I'm not putting it on a hot dog.
Mondo? I technically don't put it on the hot dog. I put it on the bun.
But the bun is with the hot dog.
I'm not going to knock it before I try it. So the next time I have a hot dog, I'm going to spread it with mayonnaise. But I was going to say Victory Field.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say,
I love a
good ballpark hot dog.
Absolutely.
And Mondo, you're a fellow Ball State guy. You can't talk hot dogs without giving a super sky point to Carter.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Carter, the hot dog guy. You were the man.
When you were hammered drunk at 3 a.m, it was either La Bambas or Carter, the hot dog guy, and you couldn't go wrong either way.
You're absolutely right.
Hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Best Hot Dog in Indy. It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
How much money have you lost in the stock market? You know, there's a way you could stop the bleeding and potentially make up for some of those devastating losses. It's Terry Stacy. Learn how you could get a competitive return on your money right now and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% initial bonus on your investment. That's right. And you'll sleep well knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies in the world. To learn more, Call Bill Demery, my retirement guy, at 317-349-5212. Get a competitive return on your investment that beats the bank and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% bonus on your investment. To learn more, call Bill Demery at 317-349-5212. That's 317-349-5212.
Fine jewelry from Shane Company makes a great gift because it has so much sentimental value. It can hold a memory, carry a story, or signify a special event in your life. We design our jewelry in-house to ensure every piece is crafted to the highest standards. And we back that up with our free lifetime warranty. Whether you get a diamond necklace, a tennis bracelet, or a stunning 3-stone anniversary ring, Shane Company's classic styles have a beauty and elegance that will be appreciated forever. We also have trending new styles, like our 14-karat gold zodiac charms, fun paperclip chains, luminous opal earrings and pendants, as well as a truly special limited edition collection featuring cherry pink tourmaline sourced by Tom Shane. Make your gift even more special by personalizing it with a birthstone or an engraving. Capture your sentiment with a gift from Shane Company.
Now you have a friend in the jewelry business. Shane Company and ShaneCo.com.
At the Good Feet store, all it takes is a free fitting and test walk to see how our personally fit arch supports can help relieve foot, knee, hip, and back pain. Just listen to these real customers who found real relief at the Good Feet store. Customers like Rodney.
Some of my favorite things to do is just go on a long walk. But the more I walked, the more my feet hurt. And when I tried the arch supports on, I'm like, wow, I'm steadier. Made me forget about the pain.
And here's Anna, another Good Feet customer.
A ballet dancer's body goes through so much pain, and the pain was really bad in my knees, my ankles, even in my hips sometimes. And so my mom took me into Good Feet, and then that's when we got my arch supports. A week after I got them, all of a sudden the pain just went away.
Relief from foot, hip, knee, and back pain could be steps away. See for yourself with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store today. Your good life starts with Good Feet.
Don't just live with the pain. Discover your options at the Good Feet stores in Indy.
Hello, this is Governor Holcomb. I wanted to talk to you about where my plan stands to send you back $1 billion. Even while Indiana's economy is thriving, Hoosier families are struggling to deal with this national inflation. It's hitting hard at the pump and at the register. The best way to help is to send you back some of your own hard-earned money by August. Republican legislators have filed bills to get this done. Please thank them for sending your $1 billion back now, not later. Authorized and paid for by Imagine Indiana.
Discover how to save more of your hard-earned money. Listen to WIBC this Saturday from 5 to 6 a.m. for secure retirement tips from Crown Haven Wealth Advisors. This Saturday, 5 to 6 a.m. on WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes, the 911 calls from Greenwood, what Republicans want to do about abortion, and the death of a man who died in police custody now ruled a homicide. All that and more after Fox News Radio from the Shepherd Community Center studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 4 o'clock.
Changing climate without Congress. I'm Rich Dennison, Fox News. President Biden today calling the climate crisis a clear and present danger to the country, saying he'll use his executive authority to take action since lawmakers aren't supportive of his proposals.
As president, I'll use my executive powers to combat the climate crisis in the absence of congressional action.
The president saying states will be able to use federal funds to pay for air conditioners and set up community cooling centers in schools. He's also easing permit requirements for clean energy projects, with more executive orders coming in the near future. Republicans and some Democrats say climate change funding would only add to the nation's already high inflation. School board officials in Uvalde, Texas, will meet this weekend to decide whether to fire Police Chief Pete Arredondo over his handling of the deadly mass school shooting.
As it takes up the Uvalde school superintendent's reported recommendation following the botched police response to the deadly school shooting in May that left 2 teachers and 19 students dead. The district has previously resisted calls to fire Arredondo, who's been on leave since late June. The move to potentially fire the chief follows the release of a damning 80-page report by a Texas House committee that blamed all levels of law enforcement for a slow and chaotic response despite nearly 400 officers being on scene.
Fox's Jeff Manasso. New court documents released today reveal a New York Supreme Court justice ruled that former Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani must appear before a Georgia special grand jury in Atlanta next month. That grand jury is investigating whether former President Trump and others tried to illegally interfere in the state's 2020 general election. Another day of gains on Wall Street. The Dow up 51 points, closing at 31,878, and the S&P gaining 23. The Nasdaq up 184. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The calls made in Greenwood. 93, mostly sunny downtown, a high of 94 today. I'm Harrison Silcox for Moss Roofing. Here's what's trending at 4:02. If you were in the same situation as the people in the Greenwood Park Mall, you'd likely do exactly what many of them did. Call 911. Chris Davis reports on how that helped.
I need to request additional fire personnel. We have people down in the food court area.
The seriousness of the situation was immediately apparent. You may have heard Police Chief Jim Eisen praising law enforcement on how quickly they got there. As Eli Dickens stopped the shooter with his own gun, people on the phone to 911 provided cops with as much info as possible.
It sounded like at least 15, 20 shots went off. Okay, I want you to stay where you're at.
Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The abortion bill that will be considered next week by the Indiana General Assembly includes a ban with just a few exceptions.
Our underlying goal is to protect human life by limiting abortion to the life of the mother, rape and incest, and doing everything we can to support women and babies in the state of Indiana.
State Senate President Pro Tem Rod Bray says they plan to put about $50 million into making adoption cheaper and easier and supporting long-term contraception. You might remember the death of Herman Whitfield in Indianapolis back in April while he was in IMPD's custody. This morning, Whitfield's death was ruled a homicide. The Marion County coroner says he went into cardiopulmonary arrest as a result of police using a taser. Body cam footage was released of Whitfield's death back in June. A homicide in Greenwood Tuesday. Police responded to the Westminster apartment complex just after 8 o'clock and found a man who had been shot lying in the street. Witnesses say he was in an altercation with several others before the shooting. Police still investigating. And make sure to keep cool this week.
Try to stay in the shade. Try to stay someplace cool. If you can get to air conditioning, that's great. If you can't, stay somewhere cool. Obviously, stay hydrated. Try to avoid, soda and stick with water.
Alex McGinnis with the National Weather Service. It's supposed to be above 90 degrees the next several days. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:04.
Hey, how'd you like to skip your first couple of mortgage payments? With Golden Oak Refi, you can. Plus, you're never going to pay for an appraisal up front. They can't close the loan for any reason. The appraisal is no charge. You just got to get started with Golden Oak's free mortgage checkup. It's risk-free. There's no paperwork, no credit card required. Find out how much you could be saving a month with a Golden Oak home loan refi.
Find out how much you could save with Zipline. Zipline is Golden Oak Lending's fast and easy online mortgage tool. The average cash-out customer saves $904 a month. $904 a month, and that's just the average. Think about how much you could save. Go to goldenoaklending.com right now or give them a call, 317-706-GOLD, 706-GOLD. Golden Oak Lending, they want to be your expert lending partner for life. NMLS 114937.
With traffic at 4:05, here's Matt Bear.
Harrison stopped coming into downtown. Inbound 65, 21st Street to the north split. And on the northeast side, eastbound 465, stop and go from Keystone Avenue over to Allisonville Road. South side, eastbound 465 slows at 70 past Harding Street. Traffic sponsored by Audible. Take Audible along this summer and listen to best-selling audiobooks, exclusive originals, and podcasts. Start with a free 30-day trial at audible.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Rain chances are fairly low tonight, but we'll hold on to the warm and muggy conditions through the overnight hours. Tomorrow, starting your day with 70-degree temperatures. A nice day with plenty of sunshine. Temperatures warming to the upper 80s and low 90s by afternoon. The good news here As that Thursday will bring lower humidity, but that humidity climbs back as we head into the weekend and will increase the chance of showers and thunderstorms as we head into Sunday. I'm Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Ashley Brown on 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
On 93 WIBC.
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer is here, Republican Senate, saying today at a press conference that an abortion bill will be considered during the session. It's going to limit abortion to being allowed only in the case of rape, incest, or if the life of the mother would be in danger. It does not get rid of the morning after pill. It would not add any additional penalties for doctors who perform abortions. Maybe a possibility that the loss of their medical license, so that is, I would consider that a penalty. This is not going to be the final version, it looks like. It's going to go to the House. We have no idea what the House leadership, they've shared nothing publicly about how they feel. So, but this is maybe the first look at what we're getting here in terms of the special session and Roe v. Wade, the overturning and of the Dobbs decision. And special session starts July 25th.
The lawmakers here in Indiana, they had to have seen this coming, right? Ever since that leaked memo, which, by the way, any update on the leaker from the Supreme Court?
Please.
But ever since that leaked memo came down, the lawmakers here in Indiana, they had to have known that this was a possibility, and ultimately Roe versus Wade was overturned. So the special session was delayed here in Indiana, moved back. It will now be beginning next week. And this is the first time we've really heard anything from lawmakers about the subject. So again, keep an eye on this. This is probably not going to be the final version. Things can change, but the Senate has spoken. Now let's see what the House does here in Indiana. Turning our attention to the big picture nationally, Nige, we talked about this yesterday. You know me, I'm a betting man.
Okay.
I do not feel real comfortable betting that the Republicans take the Senate in the midterms because everybody says, oh, it's going to be a red wave. Red wave. The House is going to be the Republicans, which I believe that's going to be the case. But the Senate, as Lee Corso would say on College Game Day, not so fast, my friend. Because when you look at some of these polls around the country, and more importantly, the fundraising, this is a problem for the Republicans. Dr. Oz, he's in trouble fundraising-wise in Pennsylvania. Herschel Walker in Georgia, who you would think should be running away with this thing because he's running against a lunatic leftist in Raphael Warnock. And oh, by the way, he's Herschel Walker in Georgia. He's been slipping, and the fundraising is starting to shrink. According to an Axios study, so keep this in mind, the source, Axios, very left-leaning publication, Democrats across the 10 most competitive Senate races in this country are outraising Republicans by more than $75 million among small dollar donors. That means those giving less than $200, Nige.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Herschel Walker in Georgia is that, you know, those headlines about him having multiple kids, multiple women might be taking a little bit of a toll and with conservatives. I mean, there's the fact they don't really have any experience. There's been some headlines about some exaggeration in terms of his professional history, his education. He's got some association with the Shady Veterans Assistance Group. He never showed up. I don't think he showed up to any GOP primary debates, but like you said, he didn't need to with name recognition, plus the endorsement of Donald Trump. So yeah, he's got huge name recognition, but who knows how he'll do on a debate stage against Warnock.
Right.
I mean, in terms of Dr. Oz, he's flopped on some stuff. Serious flip-flopping. I mean, he's come out recently or within the past few months pushing back on transgender issues. He supports, quote, natural death when for years he's just been an advocate of patients' right to die.
Right.
And then there's the, you know, he's the protect life at conception guy. From the moment of conception to natural death, all life is a miracle, is what Dr. Oz writes. But you go back to 2019, it's something quite different.
He's on the record of being all in on like kids and transgender surgeries and all types of those things. At least he said on his programs.
On the show, yeah.
Now he's singing a different tune. So it's looking rough in Pennsylvania for the Republicans right now. It's close. Everything is certainly within the margin of error, but this certainly is not going to be a red wave. The Senate is in trouble. The Republicans have to start fundraising a little bit. As a matter of fact, according to Axios, just one Republican in the 10 hottest contested contests is topping his Democratic rival in grassroots money. That's Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. He's the only one that's beating the Democrat in grassroots money, which again is $200 or less. Mondo, Mega Mondo, TKW, hit me with some legal stuff. Crime, punishment, judges, legal stuff. The Manhattan District Attorney asked a judge to dismiss murder charges against a Harlem bodega worker for fatally stabbing a man who attacked him behind the counter of his deli.
He should have never been charged in the first place. Radical DA Alvin Bragg put him in Rikers Island for days. We had video evidence of this thug going behind the counter of the bodega, pushing this guy around. His girlfriend stabs the bodega owner, I don't know if he owned it or if he worked there. No word on whether or not she's ever been charged. But anyway, he's back there. He's pushing this guy around. He's trying to drag him out from behind the counter, all because they wouldn't take their little the card, whatever the EBT card. It wouldn't put a bag of chips on there. And the guy was being really aggressive, pushing him around, intimidating. And, who knows what could have happened. The bodega owner grabbed a knife and shaked this guy in the neck, killed him, got what he deserved. And the Soros-installed DA threw him at Rikers Island for a few days, charged him with murder. And this is pretty much par for the course. Everybody from the bodega, there's a big organization of owners, came out in his support to the mayor of New York City. Came out and supported him.
So imagine being this bodega worker. You are attacked. You're assaulted. Somebody is possibly trying to kill you. You defend yourself and you get charged with murder. You have to spend 5 days in Rikers, and his family is saying during those 5 days, the wounds that he had, the stab wounds that he had, got infected, and he got incredibly sick, too.
Oh, that's right. He did get infected while he's at Rikers. Very disturbing case. I'm glad that, I'm sure the DA there, radical DA, would have loved to have seen this guy go to jail forever for killing what amounts to be a worthless POS. Who knows what intentions this guy had, especially when his girlfriend was stabbing him in the arm over the counter. An arm, again, like you say, got infected. He got really sick while he was incarcerated.
We're doing some legal stuff, and Dateline, Michigan. A Michigan woman is suing a man for $10,000 for standing her up on a date.
What?
She is suing Richard Jordan for, quote, intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Boy, if I sued every girl that stood me up on a date, I'd be a millionaire.
You and Elon Musk would be having a tug of war about who should buy Twitter right now. This is Kashante Short getting into a shouting match with a judge as they try to work out which type of court should be looking at this specific case.
Do you understand what perjury is?
Yes, I understand perjury is a lie. I know what perjury means.
Perjury is a statement, a false statement made under oath. So
exactly, and I got documents that prove he was lying.
You don't understand. It's a false statement made under oath.
Bottom line is, you said it's a criminal offense, so I will send it to circuit court. Are we done here?
Is she trying to say that this guy that stood her up on the date committed perjury. So therefore, that's a crime. And if I understood what I was hearing correctly, the judge is like, no, perjury is when you lie under oath in the courtroom.
Wouldn't you have loved to heard the word dummy right after that?
Yeah, that's
dummy.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard. It shouldn't be in any court.
No.
Much in a criminal court, a civil court, it should be laughed out. That is the best.
Matt Bear's got to look at the roads.
Northeast side, eastbound 465, stop and go Keystone Avenue past Allisonville Road, and then inbound 65, stop and go 21st Street to the north split. Eastbound 70, slow into downtown from Harding to Meridian, Illinois. And on the east side, southbound 465, pockets of slow 70 down to Arlington. Traffic sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Stores are a new world of possible with innovative tools for small business and remote workers and learners. Explore more at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Good Lord, Mondo, what the hell was that?
Just clearing the old throat.
While Matt's doing his traffic report, all of our microphones are turned off in here, and I've got my headphones on, which means it's hard to hear anything other than what's being broadcast on the air. I hear Kyle, like our producer in the corner, just hacking up a lung.
Much better now.
I hope so. Do you have any lungs left?
Yes.
Is your esophagus okay?
Yeah, esophagus is still there. Lungs are still there. We're good to go.
Wasn't it Biden that said just this past Friday, we've been giving people coronavirus? You just gave like a bunch of people the Rona. Whatever's in that trash can, burn it right now. Good Lord, kid. 92 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. Is this anything next?
Hi guys, it's Andrew. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, today, Wednesday, July 20th, we're running an unprecedented one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Pine Grove Medical Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. My favorite part is that we can get rid of your erectile dysfunction without any pills or side effects. If you're ready to transform your love life, grab your phone. Today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. You'll also get a gift that can produce powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that. And today only, we're offering 5 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is our most lucrative offer ever, worth $1,000, but call today, Wednesday, and get it totally free. 317-552-1111. That's 317-552-1111. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and change your relationship. Call Pine Grove Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 317-552-1111.
It was another hot summer day in Evansville, Indiana. My grandmother unfolded the newspaper she had just picked up from her front stoop. A cold shiver ran down her spine. Moms and dads across America knew this was coming, but it still took her breath away. It was June 6, 1944. The headline read, Allies Invade France. This is Brian Robert Singer with Singer Financial. That front page from the Evansville Courier hangs in my office hallway beside a picture of my Uncle Bob hugging Grandma's neck as he sits on her lap in his white dress Navy uniform before he's shipped overseas. Both are laughing and cherishing the moment. I never met my Uncle Bob, but every time I look at that picture, I think about the good times I had with my grandparents growing up in Evansville. And I remember my grandmother telling me more than once, one of these days you'll turn around and wonder where all the years went. Grandma was right. Time flies. But the good news is, you're the pilot. Time can't be saved or stored, and nobody has more than 24 hours each day. You're in charge of how you use the hours, days, and years you have in your lifetime. Time is a gift that can only be exchanged for something else. Sleep, exercise, travel, dinner and conversation with friends and loved ones, attending your favorite sporting events, day trips, and shopping excursions with your granddaughter. The next time you ask yourself, where did the time go? You now have an answer to your own question. I exchanged it for something else. Grandma knew, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. If you're an aspiring retiree looking for a financial planning partner who understands that the why is more important than the how, I invite you to invest some time with us discussing your next chapter in life. Call 317-852-9153 or go to singerfinancialgroup.com to schedule a visit.
Investment advisory services offered through registered investment advisors Howard Bailey Securities, LLC, and AU Wealth Management, LLC. Working with Singer Financial cannot guarantee investment success or that specific financial goals will be achieved.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
There's never been a better time to look at a cash-out refinance. Apply online today at thehomeloanexpert.com.
NMLS number 1326241.
Listen to Hammer and Nigel this week for your chance to win tickets to see the Zach Brown Band at Ruoff Music Center on Thursday, July 28th.
Hammer and Nigel presents
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Is this anything?
On 93 WIBC. Hammer, how do we play? Is this anything?
I will run a couple different stories by you. You will break down all the information that's been presented and come up with a verdict. Is the story anything or not? And we start with this. A marriage therapist says the top complaint from wives is that their husbands don't practice active responsibilities. They see that dishes need to be washed, but instead of washing them, they wait to be told to do it. This is the therapist explaining the difference between passive and active responsibilities.
Active responsibility would be you looking around the house for things that you could do and taking responsibility for the things that need to happen within the house. Passive responsibility, being available to help, but waiting for somebody to tell you what needs to be done. When it comes to household chores and childcare, which one are you doing? Are you taking passive responsibility or active responsibility for the things that need to get done? This is one of the top things that I hear from women as a complaint, saying that their husbands are waiting for them to tell them what needs to be done. And they're really looking for a partner in life who is actively responsible for the house and for the children and not waiting for their wife to tell them what to do.
Why don't you go ahead and take a wild guess as to which one of those two categories I fall in? Active or passive responsibility?
So if we're doing Family Feud here, show me passive.
Hey, ding, 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 ding. And just tell me what you need and what you want me to do. It's called a honey-do list. I don't always know that there's clothes in the washer. I don't always know that the toilet needs to be unclogged because my kid put a giant roll of toilet paper in there. I don't always know. Just tell me. It's like that scene in The Breakup with Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn, where they get in an argument about the dishes. He's like, why? She goes, I want you to want to do the dishes. And he just looks at her and goes, why would I want to do the dishes? You want me to do the damn dishes? I'll do the damn dishes. She goes, I know. I want you to want to do the dishes. Yes, this is something. It's something my wife and I fight about quite frequently. It's probably her biggest complaint that she has about me. I'm not averse to helping out around the house. Just tell me what you need done.
Right. Give me a list. I will bang the list out. I'll get it done.
I'll bang a honey-do list out like nothing.
Right.
But I don't necessarily know that the furnace room is covered with cat hair and litter and cat food, and I need to go down there and sweep.
I'm not going on a scavenger hunt for more to do.
Like, I'll go sit down. Like, I'll get over work and I'll sit down on the couch with a beer. And she'll be like, really? You're just going to sit down? And I'm like, I just got home from work. Is there something you need?
I'm exhausted from drinking at work all day.
That pisses her off even more. I go, yeah, is there something you need? I'll do whatever you need. She's like, just take a little of your own initiative and ask me what needs to be done. That's something, the number one thing we fight about. No question.
You know, very rarely am in a position to defend you, Nige, but I think you need to flip the script on that. It's like, where's the initiative to give me a list? You didn't write a list. You've been home all day. You didn't make me a list.
No, she does. No, that would put her over the edge if I said she's home all day because she works all day from home. So it's not like she's eating truffles and playing tiddlywinks and sipping on wine at noon. She's a hard worker too. So that's splitting the responsibilities. I would definitely say I'm passive. And if I say there's one quality in our marriage I need to work on, it's becoming more of an active responsibility personality.
I think it's cute. You only think there's one thing you need to work on.
She's got another list.
Anything. At Ohio, McDonald's is back open after 3 months of renovations. And all the while, the owner continued to pay his employees during those 3 months that they were closed down. Here's the owner talking about why he felt it was important to keep paying his employees during the renovation.
I have people here that make a living here. They go from week to week pay. How can I tolerate for them not having a paycheck?
Okay, this is something, but let's be clear. I'm glad that he paid his employees during the renovation, but what's really at stake here is he wanted his employees to stick around. He wanted them to come back. He couldn't, there's an employee shortage right now, especially in these types of jobs. He's like, boy, I better pay these guys. I'm going to go find new jobs, and I'm going to be SOL when it's time to reopen.
Right.
So maybe
it wasn't because of the generous nature of his heart.
I mean,
the business
being
decision.
a little cynical. Yeah, right. Maybe we're being a little cynical here. But yeah, business decision probably is a factor in paying his employees during the renovation for sure.
It's the Hammer and Nigel Show.
The Great Resignation is a new and demanding challenge for employers. Beyond recruiting and retaining talented employees, you must understand their changing needs for personalized, non-traditional employee benefits. If you approach and deliver your benefit program as you did a decade ago, McGowan Brabender can help. We are reimagining the employee benefit journey to meet this challenge. It's time to thrive, not just survive. Contact McGowan Brabender to learn more.
No question, the next piece of furniture I buy will be a Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. We sleep on a Tempur-Pedic mattress that was delivered for free to our house, by the way. And they've got plenty of outdoor furniture. Berlin Gardens, Indiana-made Smith Brothers is so popular. They have other stuff, too. Lazy Boys, the Big Green Egg, which is the world's best grill. Love Thompson Furniture.
Thompson Furniture and Mattress down in Columbus. Free delivery for up to 75 miles from Columbus. In a world where every company is jacking up their prices, charging more for delivery, Thompson Furniture still has free delivery if you live within 75 miles of their store in Columbus. They are the best in the business, and they support what we do here at the Hammer and Nigel Show. You should take care of these guys. They've got the best products on the market. I sleep in my Tempur-Pedic mattress every night from Thompson Furniture. Contact them today, thompsonfurniture.net. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
When you call to have your home or business's heating and air serviced, what do you expect from them? A salesman in a colorful truck? Or do you expect a highly trained expert with your best intentions in mind? The answer is obvious. Call the company that treats you like family. My name's Molly, and I look forward to answering your call.
Family Heating and Air Conditioning is your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer.
Nobody cares for you like family. Family Heating and Air.
Hey, Pat Sullivan here, letting you know when you need plumbing help, call who I call, my friends at Hope Plumbing. Not only are they experts in their field who respect the true value of customer service, they also love giving back to this community, which is evident in their new referral program. If you refer a friend, Hope Plumbing will give you and the referral a $50 gift card to a local restaurant. Great plumbing and supporting local restaurants. For more information, visit hopeplumbing.com.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What they're planning for the special session. Mostly cloudy downtown, 94 degrees with a low of 70 tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 4:30. Indiana Republicans plan to propose a bill on abortion during a special session next week.
The legislation we are introducing also provides exceptions in the case of rape and incest, which I believe the majority of Hoosiers accept.
State Senator Sue Glick, a Republican. The bill would also allow abortions if the mother's life was in danger or if the child would not live because of medical issues. The calls for help in Greenwood.
Greenwood Park Mall, in the food court, there's an active shooter.
The term active shooter was once cop talk. Now it's everyday speech. The 911 audio was released by police Wednesday.
911, where's your emergency?
Hey, they're shooting the mall up in Greenwood.
Okay.
They got AKs and shit. No, we haven't, but they got AKs. There's more than one. I know that.
More than one person?
Hell yeah.
Your fellow Hoosiers did what they've been asked to do and relayed the best info they could to police. President Joe Biden is at the Brayton Point Power Plant in Massachusetts today, talking about how he plans to address climate change.
As president, I'll use my executive powers to combat the climate crisis in the absence of congressional action.
Republicans argue the amount of federal spending Democrats want to do for climate change would only make inflation worse. President Biden is enacting new climate change policies, but is stopping short of declaring a climate change emergency. If you're trying to buy a home, prices aren't getting cheaper. The National Association of Realtors says the average price of an existing home sold in June was a record $416,000. That's also a more than 13% increase year over year. Now the stock report, the Dow up 47 points to 31,874, a 184-point increase for the NASDAQ to 11,897, the S&P 500 up 23 points to close at 3,959. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 4:32.
Now with Xfinity, you'll get unlimited internet with gig speed and supersonic Wi-Fi. With a 2-year internet rate guarantee, no annual contract required, and no equipment fees. Talk about knock your socks off. Ooh, plus a free Flex 4K streaming box. It's like hitting the streaming jackpot. It's all just $50 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile. $50 a month. A price that's truly jaw-dropping.
Oh, literally.
The speed you need at a price you want. Value that's simply bananas. That's the new Xfinity Supersonic Bundle. It's kind of a big deal. Go to Xfinity.com/gig, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store to learn more.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. New gigabit internet customers only. Xfinity Mobile requires post-pay Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular rates apply to all services and devices.
With traffic, what's going on, Matt Bear?
Harrison, inbound 65, stopped at 21st to the split. East side, southbound 465, jams at 70. And then on the south side, eastbound 465, pockets of slow starting at 70. And again, Harding over to I-65. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Everyone knows that soaking in Epsom salts can make you feel better. Now, imagine soaking in Epsom salts in a Royal Spa hot tub. RoyalSpa.com. Royal Spa. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Warm and muggy tonight with a chance for a stray shower or storm off to our east. Temperatures fall to the 70s tonight with lower humidity. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will warm to the upper 80s and low 90s for your Thursday afternoon. I'm Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Ashley Brown on 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
And we're back. The Hammer and Nigel Show, 93 WIBC.
The Beach Boys are in town tonight, right?
Are they up in Noblesville, Mondo?
They are performing at Deer Creek. It's Chicago and Brian Wilson, right?
Correct,
That's who it
correct.
is. It's Chicago and Brian Wilson.
So Brian Wilson, separate from Beach Boys.
I guess.
He's going to be doing songs about the Beach Boys, though, right?
I'm assuming.
Now, when the Beach Boys play, every once in a while, John Stamos joins them.
I think he joined him after a Colts game many years ago on the field after the game ended.
He was at the State Fair the last time the Beach Boys played the State Fair. John Stamos was. John Stamos thought I was cool and said, "Call me" once on Wish TV. Remember that? I had the giant John Stamos fat head, and I crashed the interview.
It was McKenzie was interviewing him via satellite, right?
Right.
And you happened to be in the studio with his big giant cardboard cutout of a head.
Right.
And you snuck in as they were doing the interview, and that's hilarious.
And I
Okay.
talked to John Stamos for a little bit, and he's like, "Hammer, call me. We'll hang out."
Sure.
I could retire at that point. John Stamos wants to hang out with me. There's a new poll out from the New York Times and Siena College. So, take this for what you want. But when you talk about climate change, only 1% of those in this poll from the New York Times and Siena College, 1% say it's the most important issue we have in this country right now.
So what is it? What is the most important? I'm assuming January 6th trials?
That did not make the list.
Roe v. Wade, then obviously that's got to be the number one priority for Americans right now.
That did not make the list as well. Number one was the economy. Number two was inflation, which to me, I think the two are basically kind of the same thing.
It's all under the same umbrella when in terms of economy, inflation, and energy production.
Right.
And gas prices.
Like Big Perm once said in Friday, "You play with my money, you play with my emotions." That's basically what this poll from the New York Times and Siena College state. 1% of Americans, said climate change is the biggest issue. But to a certain someone, it's a much bigger deal. That certain someone is Pete Buttigieg.
Buddha, Buddha, judge, rockin' everywhere. Buddha, 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 judge, rockin' everywhere. Buddha, 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 judge, rockin' everywhere. Buddha, 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 judge, rockin' everywhere.
If you ask the former mayor of South Bend, he's going to tell you time is running out on the climate race.
Nobody thinks that you can make this change overnight, but also I think there's a clear understanding that when it comes to the climate, we're running out of time. The science is unambiguous in terms of the level of threat, in terms of the lives and livelihoods that America and the world stand to lose if we don't accelerate our action.
Science is settled on climate change. World's ending. How long have they been giving us that line? That old chestnut.
Since about the 70s, right? You can go back and see news reports from the 70s where these scientists have told you in 20 to 30 years, the water levels are going to rise and Florida's going to be gone. And Obama moved out to the coast. He's the biggest climate change guy that I know outside of Frankencarry, and even he moved out to the coast.
Martha's Vineyard, baby.
Right.
Not too worried about those ocean levels rising, are you, buddy?
One of my favorite things that I've seen on social media is this viral video going around of a wedding in Hawaii. And
I saw that last
night. They set it up by the ocean, and a big wave comes up, and it crashes, and it kind of goes over the wedding area.
Yeah.
And all of the climate change alarmists are saying, this is what happens when the ocean levels rise. Well, no, the ocean levels are not rising right there. That's a big wave from a storm. Big waves from the storm happen in Hawaii, and honestly, whoever was the wedding planner that decided to have it that close to the water in Hawaii, you screwed up. Like they say in Animal House, you trusted us. You screwed up. And I cleaned that up for the radio.
Yes, you did.
Here is Pete Buttigieg talking about how he's astonished that some folks really seem to struggle to let go of their gas-guzzling vehicle.
I'm still astonished that some folks, and I felt this, I was testifying in Congress yesterday, some folks seem to really struggle to let go of the status quo.
If you can't afford gas at $4.30 a gallon, much less $5.25 a gallon as it was a few weeks ago, how are you going to afford a Tesla or any sort of electric vehicle? An EV, as Mayor Pete says.
Right.
We have dual income in my family. Look, trust me, I would love to drive around a Tesla. I think they're pretty cool. I would save a ton of money driving to and from work. Even if gas prices have come down just a tiny little bit. I can't afford a Tesla on the dual income salary. I mean, I make good money here, man, but I can't make it work. And what's the upkeep? What's the maintenance of a Tesla? What's the, new batteries? Having something installed that'll charge your Tesla
right
at your house.
And if you're anything like me, you don't fill up your car until that damn light comes on that says you're almost empty. So when you're driving a Tesla, at least right now, let's say that you're proactive and you've got the money, you go out and buy one of these things and you ride the bejesus out of it, it's time to charge up. But let's just say you're not anywhere near a charging device.
Yeah.
What do? Are you stuck?
And when you do come across one on some sort of road trip, it'll take you a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour to charge up. Look, they all love this. Biden loves this. He campaigned on ending fossil fuels. He signed the executive order 13990 a year ago in January, put huge regulations and new costs and expand, in terms of expanding an investment in the oil business and natural gas production and refining. He canceled the Keystone Pipeline. And the incentive for long-term investment in terms of oil refinery is not there right now. They've been saying it on TV. Biden's advisor, his energy advisor, went on CNN yesterday, quote, "We need to stop projects and limit oil usage to accelerate the transition."
Accelerate the transition.
Biden said it himself a couple of weeks ago. This could be the opportunity of a lifetime, an incredible transition. So you have on one hand Democrats saying the oil industry, the evil oil executives, they're not producing gasoline because they're profiteering. And then you have Biden's energy advisor and the climate czar, Frank and Kerry, both going on TV and saying they're not going to let them invest in more production because of the transition from fossil fuels. It's completely transparent what they're doing, and I've always said it doesn't have to be a binary choice. It doesn't have to be either or. Rob Kendall made a good analogy today. If you have a big corporation and you're very successful at making phones, okay, that's your bread and butter, making phones. But then you have this other division, research and development, where you want to work on something else, whether it be a newer version of a phone or more energy. Okay, work on your bread and butter, get that out there, but at the same time, try to keep other things going. Try to keep, work on the clean energy, work on the solar, keep working on it, keep working on making it more efficient to build electric vehicles so they'll be cheaper. But don't just abandon your bread and butter, baby.
In many ways, this is like when Chick-fil-A came out with mac and cheese.
Yeah, here we go with this.
Because Chick-fil-A's bread and butter is awesome chicken sandwiches and chicken nuggets. Oh, yeah. That's their bread and butter. But then they decided to come out with mac and cheese. And I was really hesitant at first because I didn't want the chicken product to suffer. But Chick-fil-A was able to figure it out. Yes, we'll still have awesome nuggets. Yes, we're going to have good sandwiches. You're going to get through our drive-thru in 5 minutes. And oh, by the way, our side division just came out with awesome mac and cheese. How you like me now? Cash me outside. Jeff tweets at us, at Hammer and Nigel. It's a picture of Pete Buttigieg. On one side, you can't afford gasoline. On the other side, then buy a $50,000 car, you bleeping idiot.
I swear.
The logic of Pete Buttigieg.
I stand by my statement previous of just buy an electric guitar is the new let them eat cake.
Electric guitar?
Let them buy an electric car. The electric guitar would be even better.
I think you'd actually, cause some good with that. Dateline, North Carolina. An ex-teacher in North Carolina used what she described as teacher voice to scare a bear off the back deck of her vacation home.
Oh, no, another one of these?
Here is Debbie Tomlinson using her teacher voice to scare the bear.
Get down from there. Get down from there. Right now. Go. You get down from my porch right now. Go. What do you think you're doing on my porch? You get down. Go. How dare you?
Sounds like when my cat climbs up on the table. Except instead of a cat, it's a vicious man-eating bear.
Big black bear in the North Carolina area. Coming down from the Smoky Mountains.
Just could never live anywhere where there's a chance of a bear showing up in my backyard.
Which brings us to another edition of Great Moments in Shooing Bears Away history. This was the guy that was trying to get the bear away from his bird feeder.
Stop it right now. No. Stop it down, bear. No. down, bear, down.
Like very calm talking to the bear, though.
Yeah, that's me getting pissed at my cats. That's exactly the way I sound.
And quite possibly the GOAT, the greatest of all time, guy that was trying to shoo away a bear on a hiking trail.
Quiet.
Was he trying to imitate a bear? No, was he trying to be a bear?
I have no idea what he was doing.
That's after I'd done one too many shots of Jaeger.
That's so good.
It worked.
It did. The bear got away.
Yeah.
So let's play a little round of bear, Waterboy coach, or Biden.
Okay.
I'm going to play a soundbite here. Tell me if this is the guy shooing away the bear, the coach from the movie The Waterboy, or Joe Biden.
Quiet.
True international average of pressure.
I couldn't tell. Don't ask me. I have no idea.
They all sound the same to me. It's the Hammer and Nigel show.
Does your financial advisor regularly outperform the market? The way 2022 is headed, I am doubting it. Average index losses already 5 to 10%, then there's inflation. And, of course, the fees you're likely paying your advisor. Dan Dockage here to put a stop to that. Don't let another advisor ride the market down with your money. Instead, do what I've done. Connect with Crown Haven. Crown Haven's priority is to create a secure retirement, free from financial stress. That starts with their registered Retire Shield financial plan. Crown Haven creates opportunities that gives you confidence in your financial future. The result is your happiness in retirement, a retirement that you've worked many years to produce and deserve to enjoy, free from financial worry. To learn more, visit www.crownhaven.com to qualify for a free planning session. Crown Haven is working for me. They can work for you. Go to crownhaven.com or give them a call right now at 765-522-7233. Tell them Dan sent you to Crown Haven Wealth Advisors.
Low T Center really, truly has reinvented men's health care. Because there's a lot of people talking about testosterone, right? But, of course, do your homework. You got to go somewhere that you could trust, and we recommended Low T Center. They exclusively specialize in men's wellness, and they have all your levels checked. And I'm not just talking about testosterone. They'll check your symptoms if you're maybe a candidate for low T or something else, like even sleep apnea.
Make your health a priority, guys. Schedule your annual health assessment at the Low T Center today. The Low T Center does so much more than just testosterone treatments. They can check you for prostate cancers, thyroid issues, liver and kidney functions, glucose levels, sleep apnea, and more. Call the Low T Center or book online, lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com. Most health insurance is accepted or it's less than $100 cash pay. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
When your celebration of life is prepaid in advance, it becomes a gift from you to your family later. Because no one should have to plan for a loss while they're experiencing one. Paying in advance protects your loved ones and gives you the peace of mind you deserve. Let us help you plan every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're Leppert Mortuaries. Find us at dignitymemorial.com.
Your favorite summertime tradition returns at your Indiana State Fair. Join us for a celebration of all things Indiana, including our automotive excellence in partnership with Tom Wood Automotive Group. 18 magical days, 4 fun-filled weekends of food, rides, animals, and more. Save big on advanced discount tickets till July 28th at IndianaStateFair.com. Join us for fun at the speed of summer, July 29th through August 21st.
Hey, this is Lisa Stofan. Heard the Mark Patrick weight loss hypnosis hype? Well, I attended because my father stopped smoking with hypnosis. Hypnosis eliminated my desire for soda and fast food, made me want to exercise, and I lost 60 pounds in 6 months. My energy level exploded. I went to another session to deal with some other problem foods, and I lost another 10 pounds. In fact, I brought my husband. He lost weight. More important, cholesterol and blood pressure improved. My friend went, and she lost 20 pounds in the first 2 months. So does Mark Patrick hypnosis work? Oh yeah, it works. Nothing has changed my life more. Well, except maybe my husband. He's so proud of me. Makes me cry.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed for only $49.99. Hypnosis to destroy unwanted cravings. July 28th at the Hampton Inn and Suites in Fishers. Weight loss seminar 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 8 to 10 p.m. And Saturday, July 30th at the La Quinta Inn and Suites South in Indianapolis. Weight loss seminar 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Stop smoking seminar 2 to 4 p.m. Registration begins 30 minutes before seminar.
August 11, returning to Carmel for one night only at the Palladium, the Glenn Miller Orchestra. Tickets on sale now at the Center's box office or online at thecenterpresents.org.
Everyone knows that soaking in Epsom salts can make you feel better. Now imagine soaking in Epsom salts in a Royal Spa hot tub.
Ah, Royal Spa.
All right, Matthew, what do we got going on?
Northwest side, northbound 465 jams at 86. Turn east, you're going to be slow at the ditch. Eastbound 465, stop and go. Keystone past Allisonville Road. And on the east side, southbound 465 is slammed. 70 down to South Shadeland. Traffic sponsored by Royal Spa. Everyone knows that soaking in Epsom salts can make you feel better. Now imagine soaking in Epsom salts in a Royal Spa hot tub. RoyalSpa.com. Ah, Royal Spa. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Temperature on the rise. 94 at the American Standard Cooling Weather Center at 93 WIBC.
You set them up and I'll knock them back, Lloyd. One by one.
We are gonna read Booze News, cause it's really fun.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
Nigel presents
Booze News, Booze News.
Yeah.
Time for Booze News.
Florida man alert. 37-year-old guy in St. Pete called 911 over the weekend and asked them to bring his girlfriend some Sour Patch Kids.
I was in Florida, in St. Pete on Saturday.
Maybe this person was you. You just don't remember. Did you happen to remember getting tased Saturday night in Florida?
Not on Saturday, no.
Cops showed up to this guy's place, described him as, quote, heavily intoxicated. I guess, I don't know if this is a prank or what. They asked why he called. He just smiled and walked away. They arrested him for misusing 911, eventually had to tase him and get him into cuffs.
Now, when a Florida department says that you are heavily intoxicated, that really means something, right? To be dubbed as heavily intoxicated from Florida, that's next level.
Sour Patch Kids while you're hammered, though? Does that sound like a good mixture to me?
No. What it sounds like is, like back in the day, Nigel, when like you and I were high school age, chicks would buy those Zima bottles and put Jolly Ranchers in them to make them taste like whatever Jolly Rancher candy was in there.
Yeah. I love the Sour Patch is my favorite, but I'll do some Mike and Ike's, like a berry mix. They've got a berry mix of Mike and Ike's. My dad's really bizarre with that kind of candy, though, man. I mean, for years, good and plenty.
Good and plenty.
Loves the licorice. I'm like, I don't get it. It tastes like NyQuil every time
well, hell, I'd probably love it.
It tastes like liquid NyQuil every time I put one of those things in my mouth. But, called 911. Said, hey, on your way, bring some Sour Patch Kids.
We went out on a boat in St. Pete area, Boca Chica Bay, and we saw the home of the founder of the Brock's Candy Company, BRACH, the Brock's Candy. They've made all kinds of stuff. And
was it huge?
Oh, it was awesome. It was right on the same strip where they filmed Cocoon. Remember Cocoon?
Yeah.
Wilford Brimley. Yeah. And they got in the pool. The pool house was on that same strip right there in St. Pete.
It's weird when they filmed Cocoon. Wilford Brimley looked like he's 80 then. I think he was our age when he filmed Cocoon.
Right. Like Ralph Macchio now is so much older than Wilford Brimley was when he filmed Cocoon.
Oh, that's so weird.
Like you watch Cobra Kai now and Ralph Macchio still looks pretty good.
Yeah, that's bizarre though to think about.
All right, coming up next, we've got the biggest stories of the day. We've got a statement from the Greenwood Police Department, and some of the audio has been released. Some of the 911 calls and police dispatch calls. We're going to play those for you next.
Hi guys, it's Andrew. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, today, Wednesday, July 20th, we're running an unprecedented one-day special you won't want to miss out on. Pine Grove Medical Clinic uses the most powerful form of wave therapy. This is a technology clinically shown to repair blood vessels and improve blood flow. My favorite part is that we can get rid of your erectile dysfunction without any pills or side effects. If you're ready to transform your love life, grab your phone. Today is your day. Call us now and you'll qualify for the assessment and ultrasound totally free. You'll also get a gift that can produce powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that. And today only, we're offering 5 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is our most lucrative offer ever, worth $1,000, but call today, Wednesday, and get it totally free. 317-552-1111. That's 317-552-1111. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and change your relationship. Call Pine Grove Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 317-552-1111.
How much money have you lost in the stock market? You know, there's a way you could stop the bleeding and potentially make up for some of those devastating losses. It's Terry Stacy. Learn how you could get a competitive return on your money right now and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% initial bonus on your investment. That's right. And you'll sleep well knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies in the world. To learn more, call Bill Demery, my retirement guy, at 317-349-5212. Get a competitive return on your investment that beats the bank and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% bonus on your investment. To learn more, call Bill Demery at 317-349-5212. That's 317-349-5212.
Your home is your sanctuary. Get the peace of mind you deserve with a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home from Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. With expert installation and 24-hour monitoring, Generator Supercenter won't leave you in the dark. Financing is available. Take control of your power today with Generator Supercenter. Call 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter of Indianapolis, 317-827-0808.
Hubler has all the top brands: Chevy, Buick, GMC, Ford, Acura, Honda, Mazda, Nissan, and more. And every new vehicle includes a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Looking to sell your vehicle? We'll pay you top dollar, even if you don't buy ours. Take it from Brooke Hubler.
You can get a car anywhere, but you can only get a warranty like this at Hubler. 10 years, 200,000 miles.
Visit drivehubler.com.
Hubler has it all.
Warranty available on new vehicles except certain models, not transferable or available on leases. Copy of the warranty is available for review at the dealership.
NASCAR and IndyCar action return for Brickyard Weekend at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Saturday, July 30th, catch a doubleheader featuring the NTT IndyCar Series Gallagher Grand Prix, followed by the NASCAR Xfinity Series Pennzoil 150. Then Sunday, the 31st, the NASCAR Cup Series Verizon 200 at the Brickyard. Experience the roar and power of NASCAR and the speed and precision of IndyCar in one exciting family-friendly race weekend. Kids 15 and under get in free. Get your tickets now at IMS.com.
Furniture Installers of Indiana can handle your office furniture needs no matter how large or how small. They've been doing it for over 30 years. Bring professional furniture solutions to your home or commercial office space. Learn more at FurnitureInstallers.us.
When the weather turns severe, turn to the WIBC Storm Desk, presented by Technology Recyclers, corporate electronic recycling. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
Coming up in 2 minutes, what could happen in the special session next week? The calls for help at the Greenwood Park Mall and a homicide in Greenwood Tuesday night. All that and more after Fox News Radio from the Shepherd Community Center studios. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis. It's 5 o'clock.
Taking action on climate change. I'm Rich Dennison, Fox News. President Biden calling climate change a clear and present danger as he takes executive action on renewable energy sources.
Climate change is an emergency, President Biden said, standing near a former coal-fired power plant in Massachusetts.
And in the coming weeks, I'm going to use the power I have as president to turn these words into formal, official government actions.
The president says he'll use appropriate proclamations, executive orders, and regulatory power that a president possesses. Democrats in Congress have urged the president to declare a climate crisis after climate funding was eliminated from a proposed spending package negotiated between Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and West Virginia Democrat Joe Manchin.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. A federal appeals court will allow a Georgia law restricting abortion to take effect, citing the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
The U.S. 11th Circuit Court of Appeals overturns a federal district judge's decision that Georgia's new heartbeat law was out of bounds. The appeals court says the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling in Dobbs doing away with decisions in both Roe and Casey now means Georgia is free to ban abortion once a fetal heartbeat is detected via ultrasound, which could be as soon as 6 weeks into pregnancy. The law does provide exceptions for assault or if a mother's life is endangered.
Fox's Eben Brown, the top school official in Uvalde, Texas, recommending the firing of the school district police chief who was central to the botched law enforcement response to the elementary school shooting nearly 2 months ago that killed 19 students and 2 teachers. The Uvalde School Board announced today it will consider firing Chief Pete Arredondo at a special meeting Saturday. Arredondo has told lawmakers he didn't consider himself the on-scene commander in charge and that his priority was to protect children in other classrooms. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
The changes that could be made. Up to 95 degrees today with a few clouds. Low of 70 tonight. I'm Harrison Silcox. Here's what's trending at 5:02. Right now, Indiana law allows you to have an abortion until 20 weeks of pregnancy. Chris Davis reports the state Senate is prepared to ban the procedure with just a few exceptions in a special session starting next week.
Many in the pro-life movement have long believed in exceptions to abortion restrictions for the life of the mother, and that exception is included in the bill.
And State Senator Sue Glick, a Republican from LaGrange, says rape and incest are also exceptions included. A second bill would promote adoption by making it cheaper and easier, and
access to contraception and pregnancy planning, including the removal of barriers where we can to long-acting and reversible contraception, in particular when the new mother leaves the hospital so she doesn't get pregnant again shortly thereafter.
Senate President Pro Tem Rod Bray in a Wednesday news conference, Democrats call the bill a gamble on the lives of Hoosier women. Chris Davis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The 911 operators were doing their best to keep people calm and safe at the Greenwood Park Mall, even as they got an overwhelming number of calls.
Are you in a safe place? Can you hide in a closet or something like that?
We're in a store that shuts the gate.
Okay. Have you seen the shooter?
No, we were around the corner from the food court, and it was happening in the food court.
The 911 audio released by police Wednesday. A homicide in Greenwood Tuesday. Police responded to the Westminster apartment complex just after 8 o'clock and found a man who had been shot lying in the street. Witnesses say he was in an altercation with several others before the shooting. 2 juveniles were brought in for questioning and released. That investigation continues. Joe Bickle, the deputy chief at the Carmel Police Department, has been suspended for inappropriate behavior. An investigation of the department says Bickle groped a female coworker, tried to kiss another, and kissed a third on the hand and neck at a work event. Carmel Police Chief Jeff Horner wants him fired. That's now up to the Carmel Police Merit Board. You're 1 minute away from traffic and weather. It's 5:04.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet and security for just $60 a month when you add mobile and save $480 your first year. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Limited time offer, restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New Comcast Business 250 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment installation, taxes, and other fees extra and subject to change. Must add mobile within 90 days of internet install and keep all services for 12 months to receive discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 2H 2021. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
With traffic on the 5s, here's Matt Baer.
Harrison looking at the west side, southbound 465 stop and go traffic from West 38th Street down to West 10th. Eastbound 465 jams at Keystone Avenue past Allisonville Road. East side southbound 465 stop before 70 until Washington, then slow to Arlington Avenue. Inbound 65 stop and go 21st Street to the north split south side. Eastbound 465 pockets of slow Kentucky. Over to Emerson Avenue, it's a crash. Keystone at 25th. Traffic sponsored by Staples Store. Staples has everything you need for school at prices that won't hold you back. Don't send your kids back to school. Send them forward at Staples, the working and learning store. I'm Matt Baer. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Now the forecast from the American Standard Cooling Weather Center.
Warm and muggy tonight with a chance for a stray shower or storm off to our east. Temperatures fall to the 70s tonight with lower humidity. Plenty of sunshine. Temperatures will warm to the upper 80s and low 90s for your Thursday afternoon. I'm Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist Ashley Brown on 93 WIBC.
I'm Harrison Silcox on the level, on the go, and on WIBC.com.
Hammer and Nigel.
Can you believe these characters are weirdos?
On 93 WIBC.
So let's rock it!
My name is Nigel. Jason Hammer right over there. Later on this hour, Casey Daniels from the Kendall and Casey Show joining us for the side piece segment. Also, the crazy coupon lady,
Mrs. Hammer.
Mrs. Hammer.
It's an all-Hammer show today.
Ways you could be saving some money at the pump, at the grocery store, at the pharmacy. You guys even saved a bunch of money on vacation because of her diligent couponing. So that's, when did she call it? About 5:20 or so?
5:20,
And then 5:30, Casey from the Kendall and Casey Show will be here. There is a new statement from the Greenwood Police Department.
Quote, the Greenwood Police Department has received multiple public requests for 911 audio, mall surveillance video, and body-worn camera videos of the active shooter incident at the Greenwood Park Mall on July 17th. As previously stated in the July 18th press conference, the surveillance video and body-worn camera videos contain extremely graphic images. To respect the dignity of the deceased and the privacy of the survivors, those videos will not be released.
Good. I wouldn't want to watch that anyway.
But they did release the 911 calls and the police dispatch earlier today. Now, there's a lot of it. So here's just a small sample of some of the 911 calls. Now, keep in mind, the Greenwood 911 Center, Johnson County, was getting just overloaded with calls. Like, calls were coming in left and right. So a lot of these calls were going to Bartholomew County, a following county, and take a listen to this.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I'm at Greenwood Mall, and there was an open shots fired.
Okay, let me transfer you to Johnson County, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Did you see who he looked like, or who did it?
No, I was in the store, and it was just very loud, and everybody was running.
All right, let me transfer you, okay? 911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I'm at Greenwood Park Mall, and there was an open shot fired.
Did you see what the person looked like?
No, I was in the store, and everybody just started running.
Okay, is there still shots being fired?
I don't think so. I'm all the way in the back of Old Navy.
Okay,
people hiding.
Go to it. Yeah, stay in a safe place. I'm going to try to transfer you to Johnson County, okay?
I thought you guys already did okay.
Okay, yeah. They're getting pretty overwhelmed over there because they're getting a lot of calls, but I'll try to transfer you back. They know what's going on, okay?
Okay.
And you can hear in the background just call after call. You can hear the telephones ringing in the background. Now, that was the 911 dispatchers. Here is a little bit of the police scanner radio. Now, this is about an hour's worth of audio that I've combined to just a little bit here, but this will show you a little bit of what was being said from the officers that were responding.
Go ahead, 256, do it.
Cars east, away from Mall, person shot. Food Court 30, I'm on the way from station.
46 Metro. All right, we got multiple people running through the parking lot.
They're advising there's a male shooter. He's possibly in the food court at this time, more than a dozen people. He has a white male and a white T-shirt.
Bergen, this is an active shooter.
They're advising possibly 3 people shot at this time. 3 people shot at this time.
Information, we have the shooter. He's on the floor by the bathroom. in the food court.
10-4, have the shooter near the bathroom in the food court.
Man, just chilling audio.
Well, I mean, imagine. I hate even hearing those 911 calls, and it's got to be incredibly frustrating for that woman who calls 911 and gets transferred like 3 times.
Right.
Like, I'm just trying to think of it from her perspective. I understand people were being inundated with calls in different counties or city or towns, or, you know, dispatch centers were being just overloaded with calls, but that would be to make a awful situation even worse. Just, all right, transfer you, hold on. All right, we're going to transfer you, hold on, transfer. No, get me some help. I don't know. That's just my reaction. I know the 911 operators can't do anything about it. And it was good that they let her know that the police already had known about it. That original 911 calls, they were like, hey, look, we know about this. We're still going to transfer you, but people are on the scene and they know about this.
And keep in mind how quickly this whole situation escalated.
Within minutes.
The 911 operators, especially the ones in, I believe it's Bartholomew County, might not have known right away why Johnson County wasn't receiving their phone calls. They probably then learned, and I hope somewhat quickly, that those operators are being overwhelmed with calls. That's why they're being sent to Bartholomew County, because nobody just wants to have it unanswered, right? So at least Bartholomew County was able to answer those calls. And I think once they figured out what was going on, they were better at telling those folks on the other end, they know what's going on. We'll try to get it taken care of.
Well, yeah, I can imagine the horror of the people. Set aside for a moment the victims and their families. Obviously, those are who our focus needs to be on. But man, the families of the kids that were in the mall, they didn't know the status of whether their kids were dead or alive, and they couldn't see them. They weren't able to get to them because police had everything blocked off. Could you imagine being a parent and not knowing? Hopefully, they were able to. Most of the people were able to get a hold of their parents, the kids, and say, "Hey, I'm okay."
Right.
The shooting's over. But I mean, yeah, I don't want to see. I don't want to see camera body footage of shootings and people that got killed and people that are on the floor. I don't need to see any of that.
Now, just being devil's advocate here, because somebody brings this up on our YouTube chat, maybe those videos could teach people how to react and what to expect if a situation like that happens. Like, is there a way you could blur out the faces, maybe blur out some of the gore? I don't know. But maybe releasing the video would kind of be a teaching tool for people to say, listen, when it happens, this is what it looks like.
Well, I mean, there's already things that people will tell you, the professionals, like the run, hide, fight philosophy. If there's a chance for you to run and get away, run. If there's no place to run, then you hide. And if worse comes to worse, you put up a fight. And there's already policy out there for that.
All right, Matt Bear, what are we looking at in terms of the roads?
On the west side, southbound 465 slows after 65 down to 10th Street. Then inbound 65, stop and go 21st Street to the north split. Eastbound 70, stop and go to downtown from Harding to Meridian, Illinois. East side, southbound 465, stop and go from 70 to Arlington. And south side, eastbound 465, pockets of slow from the river over to Emerson. Traffic sponsored by Kelley Blue Book. Kelley Blue Book instant cash offer is an offer to buy your car. Enter your vehicle ID info, answer some questions, and get a no obligation offer to sell or trade it. For all of the it's KBB.com. I'm Matt Bear. Follow us on Twitter for instant traffic updates at WIBC Traffic.
Did you almost call yourself Pat McAfee?
I think I almost Fat Bear. It was I'm Fat Bear.
Fat Bear.
Good old fatty.
That's when he goes by in certain chat houses in the darkest parts of the dark web.
I missed the 90s, man.
I'm Jason Hammer. My son, Chris Hammer, is in studio today, kind of doing a job shadow. So I'm going to put the pressure on you here, kid. I need you to give the temperature, and you got to get the sponsor right, okay? Here we go.
From the American Standard Cooling Weather Center, it is 95 degrees in Indianapolis, Indiana, with partly cloudy skies.
That sucked. Absolutely sucked.
Thank you for putting the Indiana on there.
Yeah, we thought we were listening in Montana, kid. Good Lord.
Good job, Chris. You're all right.
Crazy coupon lady. She's going to save us some money. That's coming up next.
How much money have you lost in the stock market? You know, there's a way you could stop the bleeding and potentially make up for some of those devastating losses. It's Terry Stacy. Learn how you could get a competitive return on your money right now and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% initial bonus on your investment. That's right. And you'll sleep well knowing your money is protected by some of the top-rated insurance companies in the world. To learn more, call Bill Demery, my retirement guy, at 317-349-5212. Get a competitive return on your investment that beats the bank and receive a 5, 10, or as much as a 35% bonus on your investment. To learn more, call Bill Demery at 317-349-5212. That's 317-349-5212.
I love the staff at Diamonds Direct. They're not salespeople; they're retail clerks. Diamonds Direct, they're people. They're diamond experts, and they take the time to guide you with zero pressure ever. Just like the time I bought my wife some diamond stud earrings for her birthday. I didn't know what I was doing. It was truly refreshing shopping experience and easy, no pressure. Diamonds Direct is where you should go for all your jewelry needs.
So if you are thinking about making a purchase for any reason, whether it's an engagement ring or a just because gift, maybe you want to get a head start on the holidays, Diamonds Direct is where you need to start. Diamonds Direct, they give you an education in the diamond industry. You know exactly why your beautiful stone costs the way that it does. Plus, there's no middleman. They cut out all the in-between costs, and they pass the savings on to you. Diamonds Direct. It's right there at Keystone at the Crossing. You can also go to diamondsdirect.com. Stop by. Tell them Hammer and Nigel sent you.
Ever get those midday cravings, but you can't decide what to snack on? With over 6,000 fresh, healthy, irresistible snacks, Nuts.com has you covered. A family-run business since 1929, Nuts.com has provided the freshest, highest quality snacks and foods for almost 100 years. Don't be fooled by the name. We offer a wide variety of the most delicious dried fruits, sweets, trail mixes, and more. All our snacks are carefully sourced to ensure we're offering the freshest ingredients on the market. We get cream-of-the-crop top picks from America's best farmers, colossal-sized nuts and fruit bursting with full flavor and ample nutrients. Our nuts are roasted daily, and we ship fast for ultimate freshness you can't get anywhere else. Right now, first-time customers can get free shipping on their orders. That's free shipping on your first order by visiting Nuts.com today. Don't wait to satisfy those cravings. Go to Nuts.com for the freshest, tastiest snacks you and your family will love.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Inside Indiana Business